You know things are serious when a guy like CeeDee Lamb, who rarely gets caught up in drama, finally speaks up. But this time, he didn't hold back. A few days ago, Lamb took to social media with a simple but powerful message. Y'all not tired of this? That's it. No extra details, no explanations, just frustration in its purest form. But if you've been following the Cowboys, you already know exactly what he's talking about. Every offseason, it's the same story. Drama, controversy, distractions. Everything except football. And while fans are exhausted, imagine how the players feel, especially a guy like Lamb, who just put up elite numbers despite all the chaos. He's supposed to be getting ready for an extension, securing his future with the team, but instead, he's watching the Cowboys once again make headlines for all the wrong reasons. And here's the real question: what's next? Because when one star player starts voicing frustration, it usually means others are feeling the same way. And in a team already dealing with contract situations, internal tensions, and rumors flying left and right, this might just be the beginning. But what do you think? Do you agree with CeeDee Lamb? Should the Cowboys tune out the drama and focus strictly on football? Let me know in the comments. And stick around, because if you thought Lamb's frustration was bad, wait until you hear what's going on with Micah Parsons. If CeeDee Lamb's frustration wasn't enough to set off alarm bells, the latest rumors about Micah Parsons might just do it. Over the past few weeks, whispers have surfaced that the Cowboys have internally discussed the possibility of trading Parsons. Yes, you heard that right. The same guy who's been the heart and soul of the defense since he stepped onto the field. At first, it sounded like just another wild offseason rumor, but then it started gaining traction. And here's why. Parsons has never been shy about speaking his mind, and lately, some of his comments have raised eyebrows not just among fans, but reportedly inside the organization. Combine that with the fact that the Cowboys are facing major financial decisions with multiple star players, and suddenly, trading Parsons doesn't seem as impossible as it once did. Of course, moving on from a player of his caliber would send shockwaves through the locker room. He's not just another defender, he's the face of the Cowboys defense, the guy everyone looks to when the game is on the line. If the front office is even considering this, what does that say about their long-term vision? But let's flip the question around. If the right offer came along, should the Cowboys consider it? Would you trade Micah Parsons if it meant securing multiple high draft picks or filling key roster gaps? Vote in the poll and let me know your take in the comments. And don't go anywhere, because Parsons himself has had a lot to say lately, and some of his comments might shock you. Micah Parsons is never one to stay quiet, and lately, his words have been making headlines for all the wrong reasons. It all started when Parsons made a comment that left Cowboys fans stunned. He joked, or at least it seemed like a joke, that if the Cowboys don't win a ring in the next few years, he might have to go somewhere else to get one. Now, depending on how you hear it, that could just be a player expressing his hunger for success, or it could be something much bigger. Let's be real, when you're the face of a defense, words carry weight. And when a guy as talented as Parsons hints at the possibility of leaving, it doesn't just make fans nervous, it makes the entire franchise take notice. You don't hear legendary Cowboys from the past making comments like that. Guys like DeMarcus Ware and Sean Lee bled for this team, even through the tough years. So why does Parsons feel comfortable even joking about walking away? It's not the first time his public statements have caused a stir, either. Whether it's calling out other players, responding to critics online, or making bold claims about his own greatness, Parsons has a way of keeping himself in the spotlight. But is that a good thing for the Cowboys? That's the big question. Do you think Parsons was just joking around, or do you believe there's some truth behind his words? Drop a comment and let me know your take. Because up next, we're diving into how social media is making things even worse for the Cowboys. Let's be honest, playing for the Dallas Cowboys is different from playing anywhere else. Every move, every word, every tweet gets magnified 100 times over. And with social media, that effect is only getting stronger. Micah Parsons, CeeDee Lamb, and other Cowboy stars are constantly in the spotlight, not just on the field, but online too. A single tweet or Instagram post can spark debates, headlines, and even internal drama. That's exactly what's happening now. Parsons' words, Lamb's frustrations, everything is instantly dissected by fans, analysts, and of course, the media. But here's the thing, this isn't just a Cowboys problem. We've seen it across the NFL. Look at teams like the New England Patriots during their dynasty years. They had stars, they had egos, but what they didn't have was constant distractions. Bill Belichick ran a tight ship, and players knew that speaking out of line could cost them their job. Meanwhile, the Cowboys? It feels like drama is part of the culture, and let's be real, Jerry Jones loves it. The attention, the headlines, the constant buzz around the team, it keeps the Cowboys relevant, even when they're not winning Super Bowls. But is that actually helping the team succeed? That's the debate. Should Cowboys players stay off social media and focus only on football? Or is this just part of the modern game? Vote in the poll and let me know what you think. Because next, we need to talk about Parsons as a leader. Is he really the guy to lead this defense into the future? When Micah Parsons entered the league, there was no doubt he was a generational talent. A defensive force unlike anything the Cowboys had seen in years. But being a great player and being a great leader, those are two very different things. Right now, Parsons is at a crossroads. Is he going to be the true face of the Cowboys defense? The guy who rallies the team when things get tough? Or is he more focused on being a social media superstar, making headlines with his comments rather than his performances? The best leaders in Cowboys history, guys like DeMarcus Ware or Sean Lee, weren't just talented, they were respected. They led by example. They held their teammates accountable. Parsons? He's still figuring that part out. His passion is undeniable. He plays every snap like it's his last. But the constant social media drama and controversial statements, that's where the doubt creeps in. Can he mature into the leader this team needs? Or will his off-field distractions keep holding him back? I want to hear from you. Do you consider Parsons a true leader for the Cowboys? Or is he just a superstar player with no real leadership presence? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And now, the big question. What does all of this mean for Parsons' future in Dallas? Let's get into it. So, after everything, CeeDee Lamb's frustration, the trade rumors, the social media drama, where do the Cowboys go from here? The truth is, Dallas can't afford to keep getting caught up in distractions. This team needs focus. It needs leadership. And it needs to decide if Micah Parsons is going to be part of that future, or if his off-field noise is becoming too much to handle. If the Cowboys want to contend, they need to shut out the drama and get back to football. That means Lamb, Parsons, and the rest of the team locking in and letting their play do the talking. But can that actually happen in Dallas, where headlines seem to write themselves? Now I want to hear from you. What do you think the Cowboys should do? Keep Parsons and trust that he'll mature into a leader? Or seriously consider moving on if the right deal comes along? Drop your take in the comments. And before you go, don't forget, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and stay tuned for all the latest Cowboys news. We've got a long off-season ahead, and you won't want to miss what happens next.